MrBeast hasn't uploaded on his gaming channel for over 7 months. Has he given up on gaming, or has there been some hidden controversy with the channel? In this video, we will be unraveling the truth and the real reason why Jimmy will never upload on MrBeast Gaming again. MrBeast is not known for quitting his YouTube channels, unless there's a hidden reason behind it. Jimmy, our future billionaire, is constantly raising YouTube's bar, beating off all competitors in unimaginable aspects, and he's definitely not slowing down anytime soon. MrBeast has planned out some unimaginable amounts of videos, like extremely high quality ones too, which shows that Jimmy definitely knows what he's doing. Now there's just one problem with this. His videos have gotten so extravagant and massive that they've now come with a pretty hefty price tag. His recent videos are literally costing him millions, and some of them he isn't even in because of his time schedules. Now even if he may get hundreds of millions of views per video, YouTube only pays a small fraction of money for his content, so he had to turn over to sponsors instead. But this also created a problem. Just listen.
Videos, I mean, our views are crazy. So our videos get 200 million views sometimes. Now, not sometimes, a lot of them go on to get 200. Sometimes they get 300 million views. And so it's like, for me to get paid a fair price on that video, for a lot of like people that advertise on YouTube, it's like literally half their entire yearly spend on YouTube, like brand deals, would have to go to me for one video for me to get paid fairly. So a lot of times it's like, we talk to these like marketers and they're just like, I only get X amount of money a quarter to sponsor YouTubers with. And I'm like, well, for one video, it costs more than that. And they're like, well, then what do we do? And I'm like, I don't know, but like, I'm not going to just, give you a discount because your boss won't give you more money. Like, this is 200 million.
With YouTube checks and sponsors not doing it for him, the only option for Jimmy is to get more YouTube checks. So just a few years ago, Jimmy started creating multiple channels, including MrBeast Gaming and many other channels with language subs. MrBeast Gaming was created on 7th April of 2020, and the first video ever made was on May 12th, which was also when the pandemic had just started, so people were trapped inside watching YouTube videos all day. Now this led to the channel growing drastically, and it only took 18 days until the channel hit 1 million subscribers, and in only 5 months they had already reached 10 million subscribers in total. Eventually, MrBeast Gaming would become the biggest English gaming channel, bigger than Jacksepticeye, Vanna's Gaming, and even Markiplier. And there's obviously some very good reasons as to why the YouTube channel became so successful, and the first one is being the budget that MrBeast put into his videos. The first 12 videos consisted of $10,000 challenges, and he also launched giveaways that no other YouTuber could possibly do. The second reason is simply because of the Beast brand. When MrBeast posted his first gaming video, his main channel was already at a whopping 35 million subscribers, which meant that he already had a huge fan base, and they expected the gaming videos to be just as good as his main channel's videos, and they were not disappointed at all. It was very easy for MrBeast to make these gaming videos, especially compared to his main channel videos, which cost him millions. Jimmy posted multiple videos per week, which was one of the reasons for success on MrBeast Gaming. Sometimes he would even post 3 full-length videos per week. Now keep in mind that these videos actually take time to create. Each one of these videos would literally get millions of views. However, as the success on his main channel started to grow, he slowly started drifting away from his gaming content. Even though the upload schedules were different due to the growth of the main channel, he still managed to grow the gaming channel to over 40 million subscribers. The MrBeast Gaming upload schedule slowly started to slow down until 7th July 2023 when it fully stopped. Now this could mean a few things. Maybe Jimmy was getting bored of the same repetitive content over and over again, and just in general not interested in gaming anymore, considering that he's 25 years old now. Due to MrBeast's main channel's growth, where it's gotten so massive, there may be a probability that he just doesn't have time to put his face on other channels anymore. This just seems to be the most reasonable probability, but there are some other possibilities as to why this happened. MrBeast himself said that he wants to focus on making the best videos possible and as entertaining to his fans. He said, I want to create the best videos on this planet. Now this just means that he probably wants to focus on the quality of his videos instead of quantity, which would make a lot of sense. Now MrBeast's channel has grown to 241 million subscribers at the time of making this video, which means that 3% of the whole world is subscribed to MrBeast's channel, which is almost as much as me. Maybe he's just a little bit over, but I'm sure we can close the gap by 2026. All of his channels like MrBeast Reacts, which hasn't seen an upload in over 9 months, MrBeast 2, which actually just got an upload 7 days ago after not uploading for 1 year. In fact, the only channels where MrBeast continues to upload is MrBeast and MrBeast Philanthropy. Now this tells us that MrBeast maybe instead wants to work on life-changing videos and high quality ones too. as gaming isn't really that life-changing, you know? Now, lots of other YouTubers have also gone through this. Back a while ago, Dude Perfect used to upload all their bloopers on another channel. Fast forward to today, the channel is completely dead, with no uploads within the last 2 years. Ryan Trahan also has a vlog channel where he used to upload once a month, but now we haven't seen a video in over 8 months. No way. As I literally just covered this topic, he decides to upload. Okay, back to the point. Colin and Samir, the ones that interviewed MrBeast in this clip you saw.
I was curious about how you think about your own visibility like that. Like people clipping you.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother layer when we were talking in the beginning of the show about fame and like how visible you are. It's not just your videos. It's like
so many,
millions of clips.
1 to 100. There's someone clipped just like took a 2-minute segment of the video and put it on TikTok, and it had 40 million views on TikTok. And these guys are just like, so many of the comments are like, where do I find this? What is this? And people are just like, it's MrBeast, and then they'll respond like 2 hours later.
They have a secondary podcast called Creator Support where there has been no new videos in over 3 months total. So the question is, why are all these creators quitting their secondary channels? And most importantly, why MrBeast abandoned a 41 million subscriber channel? Well, the answer is simple: to focus on their main channel and save time. Or at least we think, pushed MrBeast further away from his focus on things that were really important. Because he had so much work going on with his main channel, of course, and 4 other channels, and literally a dozen language channels. Then on top of that, he was running MrBeast Burgers, Feastables, Finger on the App, MrBeast merch, and a lot more that I can't name. Now personally, I would definitely have a burnout, so it makes sense that he dropped some of his work, including a 40 million subscriber channel. When you start all these new companies, you start losing focus on the original ones, which is the core thing, and the reason for every other company. Because of all the things that MrBeast ran, including owning a chocolate company and restaurants all across the USA, the reason why he quit his gaming channel is very clear. He just has bigger priorities and goals, and doing all these things at once is undoable. We could also see the growth of his main channel skyrocket once he stopped doing other side quests. Back when MrBeast was focusing on a lot of these side projects, he only managed to post for MrBeast's main channel 4 times in the span of 6 months. But later on, at late 2022 and late 2023, he was slowly trying to lean down from his other projects. MrBeast merch took a step back, and all the other channels besides MrBeast Philanthropy stopped uploading. And of course, this includes MrBeast Gaming as well. During this time, there was also a huge lawsuit with MrBeast Burgers. When all this was done, MrBeast slid off all these side projects and mainly focused on Feastables, MrBeast Philanthropy, and MrBeast's main channel. It's important to never lose sight for the true driver of your business, and always take a step back to focus on the real thing. I also have another theory as to why this channel is done for good. And this next topic I'm about to reveal is the biggest struggle within creators today. Here on YouTube, if you're not familiar with the term RPM, let me explain it to you real quick so you're on the same page. When you get monetized here on YouTube, your earnings from that video is determined by RPM, revenue per minute. This means that you have a set amount per 1,000 views you get on your video. The average CPM for creators in the United States is $6 to $8 per 1,000 views. That means you get around $6,000 to $8,000 if you get 1 million views. But wait, bounce back. You just explained CPM and not RPM. Well, I said RPM was your earnings and CPM is how much YouTube pays you for your entire video. Let me explain. If YouTube were to give you 100% of the earnings your video would make, then they would have no funds left over to gain. So CPM, or cost per mile, is the money that YouTube pays you per 1,000 views. So what's RPM then? Well, just like any good deal, there's a revenue cut to make sure that both ends, you and YouTube, both earn money. As of now, YouTube takes a 45% cut of your total money from that video. So that $6 to $8 per 1,000 views actually turns into $3.30 to $4.40. Now that's still not too bad for a video. With 1 million views, you're getting around $3,000 to $4,000. Then there's another huge problem with YouTube. YouTube actually pays you for your niche as well. So that means someone who uploads financial videos may get a higher CPM than a gaming video. Now, even though gaming is the biggest niche on YouTube, it's the most underpaid. Usually they get a $2 CPM since their videos are so much easier to make than others. MrBeast would only make $2,000 per 1 million views, which is insanely bad. For full-time creators, that's literally only enough to pay the bills, if even that. Now if we apply these metrics to MrBeast's videos, he would only be making $100,000 per video. This may sound like a fascinating number, but not for long, when all the other expenses come like tax, employees, in-game giveaways, and a lot more. Considering he could have made a lot more with his main channel. Now as to the other possibilities with the channel's end, this is a possibility that some people may have not expected. Could this have something to do with Chris? Regarding his transition, a lot of people may have found it hard to accept that Chris isn't the same as he was before. Although MrBeast has tweeted about his support for Chris's transition of becoming a woman, could MrBeast just be lying so his reputation won't get ruined? This is a very wild speculation, and it's very unlikely to be true, so keep that in mind. MrBeast usually created the content with Chris. The reaction channels were always with Chris on the side. This is a wild speculation which probably isn't the reason, but why not just squeeze it in here? Now the real question is, do you want MrBeast Gaming and the other channels back? Comment your thoughts.